Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Hope you have a happy, healthy, prosperous new year. I'm just going to type something real quick. Sorry, I'm still not used to this. This is the third one. So, which leads me to why I am going live today. So, I just want to reflect on 2019 and kind of give you sort of like what I'm thinking of doing, a tentative plan for 2020. So it's January 1st here around, I think it's around 10 o'clock already. And I'm sure in other places in the world, in other parts of the world, it's already January 2nd. So I apologize if there's a delay, but still, it's still New Year here. So um, here's what's going on right now. So my son and three of his friends actually slept over. They just left the house. I cleaned up a little bit. They'll be back. They went to get bagel, Western Bagel. To see, they were trying to see if it was open. The Rose Bowl parade is going on, and I'm sure there's going to be a game at the Rose Bowl. I don't know who's playing. Um, it's it's a nice, bright, sunny day. Except I have a black muslin sheet covering my sliding door because the sun just kind of just reflects. And the light you're seeing right now is from actually it's from my lighting. It's right there. I bought it from Amazon online. I think it casts a better light, hopefully, on the subject, which is me and not what I am about to go over. Yes. So I just wanted to recap 2019, just sort of memorialize it. Hope you get you know a little bit of an insight of what the future videos are going to be like. So uh, 2019 started off kind of not the best. I think I might have gone over this with my other um, uh, live videos. I apologize if I have. Pretty much January, I went to the Philippines, and then I came back in February. Uh, I thought it was fun. January is fun. I'm trying to remember what I did. Oh, yeah. I caught dengue in the Philippines. Luckily, I didn't die, but I got really sick. I was, you know, I was just trudging along in the uh, in the lot that I have in Pampanga, and there should be a video of my neighbor burning the grass, and believe it or not, wow, when was that? Was that in January? Yeah, that was January. And I actually, it was just the lot that he burned. But I actually went through reeds and talahib and this tall grass, and to get some bamboo for my cousin and me. And yeah, I guess I must have gotten bitten because it was still kind of like swampy, kind of wet, and that's when I probably got it because I came home to LA, and I had chills and sweats like you wouldn't believe. I used to laugh at people when they said when they would say, "Oh yeah, I had sweats and my sheets were soaking wet," and I used to think, "Really? Does that even happen?" I think it might be exaggerating. Well, when somebody says that, I have renewed respect for those who say that because it does happen. And I had fever and chills. Went to go see my HMO. I didn't see my provider. Saw somebody else. So they did a test, and lo and behold, I'm positive for dengue. But luckily, it wasn't. My platelet was normal, and so I didn't have the hemorrhagic type. I guess there are four types of dengue. So then, so February brought my oldest sister's passing, and yeah, so we were sort of expecting it, but when it happens, it just kind of hits you hard. So March was not really. I think it was uneventful, luckily, and on until January, not January, March, April. It was okay. July, April, May was okay. June, July, August were okay. And then I went back to the Philippines in October, and yeah, so I met my business partner, Chelly, and we are starting a pig business. That kind of had its ups and downs. There were issues with communicating what I want and design of a pig pen, and that kind of threw a wrench in the works. But it all turned out okay. Eventually, Chelly had a steer, which is a castrated bull, um, a water buffalo that was castrated, a goat that was castrated, and a couple of chickens. So I invested. I threw some money in, about $1,500. Um, Helped build the uh, a pig pen, which is bigger than what she's got. So it's now three pens and a storage, and bought um, drums to store water, feed, and you know. So what we did, what she ended up doing was sell her steer, her water buffalo, and her goat. So then with that, we bought a cow, a pregnant cow. So we've got that. So now we have that, and the sow that she had was pregnant and had uh, borrowed litter of 12, but one died. So now they're 11. And these are like really nice, big, good looking piglets. So right now, January 1st, they're getting, I think there's like 26 days old. So they're getting ready to be weaned. And we have this uh, wean to feed area that's not built yet. Neither does, and we don't have any gates for the pig pens yet. So, but that'll come. So hopefully, Chelly will be going home to her province, and she'll get that sorted out. We'll get our business permit, and yeah, try to expand. So we aren't going to sell any of the pigs. We do owe her cousin a piglet, so she will take care of that when she goes back. I think later on this week or maybe early next week. So we also had another pig that. What did we do? Oh, we sold it. We sold that. Did we sell it? Yeah, we did sell it. Yeah, we sold that pig, and then her sister uh, actually had a pig that we ended up buying. So it's quarantined right now because there's the African swine flu that's going around. So it's just trying to play it safe. It's been raining in the Philippines, so I think everything's going okay. Last I heard a couple of days ago, the cow's doing really good. The piglets are doing good. The sow is doing really good. The other pig I didn't hear about. So hopefully this year we'll get the permit to have our business, and then we'll continue to hopefully breed these pigs. So we're gonna get out of the litter of 11. We're gonna keep three females and one male. Unfortunately, the male we're gonna keep has one testicle that's smaller than the other. That's not the prime candidate for a boar, but you know, it is what it is. The others were castrated, well, accidental, It was, yeah, it was an error. It's not the end of the world. So hopefully we could actually get another. You know, well, we're not going to get another sow because we already have one. So we're going to sell the sow that just gave that just farrowed that just gave this litter. We're going to sell that, and I think we might have a buyer. Hopefully we do, and then her sister's pig. Uh, we're going to have to pay her off, and then have her bred, and then hopefully that she will farrow in around March, April when I go to the Philippines this year. So I'm planning on going to the Philippines twice, and later in the summer as well. So that's where the or that's where we're planning. So hopefully in April I'll have I have things that I have to do in Pampanga, but then probably head on out to uh, her province of Isabela and work on those wean to feed. I'm gonna have to do all of the work or most of the work. Hopefully, I can find somebody to help me, and then hopefully, we can grow the business. I'm just hoping we don't have any problems. Yeah, but I'm ready. I'm anticipating problems. It is what it is. You just can't have something and not have any problems, whatever it is, whether it's people, whether it's the government, whether it's the animals, whether it's the feed, whether it's the weather. We'll expect it. And that's just part of doing business anywhere. So, so hopefully that'll work out. We'll try to breed the other pigs, and we're gonna try and do it organic, humanely, and kind of be thankful for these animals who are hopefully are gonna help, um, um, help us first. We gotta first help ourselves to grow the business before we can help anybody else. So hopefully we'll be able to sustain it, and I'm positive it'll be sustainable. I'm a very optimistic that this year will be a good year. If not, we'll make it as good as we can get it to. So that's kind of so. And going back to 2019. So October, met Chelly. We went to Kaohsiung, and yeah, that's where we forged an alliance to actually. I think that's when she told me that she had a business, or maybe it's when I got back. But either way, so that's where the 2019 November was kind of really uneventful, I think, and then December it was okay. It seems like 2019 went by really fast for me. So I don't know about you folks, but 2020 is here. 2019 was supposed to be a bad year, um, but that's what I read on the Chinese horoscope, at least for me anyway. But hopefully 2020 is a lot better. I think it will be, even though I thought 2019 was bad, there were a lot of good points to it. So 2020 will, as far as the this my channel goes. So I've actually, in a few days ago, I actually posted a video of it's the blacksmith forge ribeye. That's where I'm going to be doing my blacksmithing. That was just a trial run actually, to see if the forge will work. I actually have a gas forge, and I actually have the material for building a coal forge. As a matter of fact, I ordered bituminous coal, and it should be arriving any day now. And so when I did that blacksmithing, I used mesquite. I think I used like a total of a three-quarters of a bag of a 15-pound bag, and actually it worked really well. So it's I think if you're gonna be, at least for me anyway, as a starting as a beginner blacksmither, blacksmith. Yeah, I guess it's blacksmith. That's the proper terminology. As a beginner blacksmith, um, I don't know if you really want to go too hot. So this was like my second or third time heating up metal, and I actually it was satisfying because I really got the metal to be red hot. Now the next part will be getting it white hot. That's when it's close to melting. So that's actually when you're able to weld and do all sorts. So looking forward to that. So I'm hopefully doing more blacksmithing. If not blacksmithing, I'll be making knives. As a matter of fact, when I get off uh, this live stream, I'm actually gonna make a blade. Um, I might even actually uh, continue working on two blades that I actually am working on. They're knives for shoemaking and shoe repair. So I might continue with those. I've actually filed them down. What happened was the reason why I have to go back to them is because they actually are still hard in certain parts. So there are parts that have been what's the word? Not tempered, not quenched, but annealed. So to soften. So there are parts that aren't annealed. So it's crazy that there are like in the middle. It's very hard. How can I tell? Well, when I slide a file, I actually there are bits where the file doesn't grab; it just slides. And from what I've seen on YouTube videos, when it slides like that, it's just still hardened. So I just what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up, get it all evenly red or close to white hot, and then hopefully that'll be annealed. I'll just file it down, which is actually very satisfying. I bought these files from the swap meet, and yeah, I think $5. I think they're like all rusted, and I'm thinking, oh man, maybe I can make knives out of these, but luckily I actually I didn't have any hope of using them as files. But I said, well, let me just try. So I filed and I said, holy cow. This is after I bought new files because I already had like a couple of little bitty files. I bought two files. One is a half round file and then a flat file, and they're 8 to 10 inches. And I said, oh man, I like these files. They really grab a lot of metal and they actually will file down. And then I said, and then I just thinking, oh, I'm just goofing around because I have these old files. I probably have about 12 or 14 files. So I grab them and I just slide it and it just grabs a lot of metal. And I said, wow, that is amazing. So it's very satisfying. It just filing metal and be able to to get a lot of just really file down something that's metal. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm actually going to be. I'm working on a blade right now. Well, actually, two blades, three blades, two blades. I'm going to have to anneal. This one that I'm working on is stainless steel, and I'm not annealing it because it's soft enough that I'm able to file it. So I'm just going to do that, sharpen it, and then I'm going to try it. I might. I don't know if you have to heat up stainless steel. I mean, I've never worked with stainless steel, but or really uh, do. I've never really done my due diligence when it comes to stainless. But what I'm going to do is just file the blade and maybe make a handle and see and go from there and use it. See if it needs to be heated or not. I might heat it or might not heat it. I have several blanks that I actually bought from this metal place that I buy in Sun Valley, and I have several of those laying around. So the first plate I'm thinking of making is either going to be balisong. I also have plans of making a silat. So I'm gonna make the Filipino knives first. So the more popular ones. No, it's not silat. It's gonna be balisong, karambit, uh, and then I'm gonna make a sort of like a sushi knife, and then another knife. Hello, somebody just walked in. So That's come on in. So that's my son. He just back. Is a bagel Western Bagel open? Yeah. Oh, did you guys get any? Yeah. All right, good job. So anyway, so more knives, more blacksmithing, woodwork, and travel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay. Bye.